Good evening, everyone. This is Gabriel Boris with SCW News. We are sitting in front of just off of March Lane near Interstate 5, where we have a lot of heavy police and presence here that is centered around a hotel. We have heard from sources that this may be a standoff and that the suspect or suspects may have taken hostages. Now, neither the Sheriff's Department nor the police departments are confirming any of the details at this point, but they're asking the public to stay away from this area as this scene is very active and what they have described it as dangerous. Now, the Stockton Police Department helicopter was circling the area above just moments ago, and there are a number of resources on the scene here. I won't go into too much details as the scene is still fluid and the suspect or suspects could still be at large. But again, all that we know so far is that there is an active incident involving San Joaquin County Sheriff's deputies and Stockton police officers here at a hotel on March Lane, Interstate 5, and I'll let you see the scene here. It's pretty far off over there. It's a hotel right near March Lane and I-5. And as soon as we get more updates, we'll be sure to pass those along to you here as well. You can see that's where the area is centered around. That's where a lot of the police activity is currently at. And we have been out here for about 2 hours. We're the first on scene to report this. This is at the La Quinta Inn here in Stockton. And if you're just now joining us, we are continuing to follow some breaking news out of the Brookside area of Stockton, where, as you can see, police and sheriff's deputies have swarmed this area near the La Quinta Inn on March Lane and Interstate 5. We, at this point, have no information as to what they may be doing out here, although from sources, they were telling us that there could potentially be a suspect or suspects with hostages. At this point, that information has not been confirmed, although we're waiting to get information from the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office. That seems to be the lead agency in this investigation. And the building is farther back there. They have a number of resources on the scene here. I'm not going to go too much into the details of this scene, as this is still an active investigation, an active scene. We were told earlier by people here at the scene that they may have evacuated this building, although again, that has not been confirmed. Still waiting for more information on that. It's definitely, of course, next to a very busy street. We'll show you March Lane here. No significant traffic backups on March Lane as a result of this, but again, police are asking you to avoid this area if you can, to let the investigators and the police and detectives do their job here, to allow them to have room for that. And again, we have been on scene here for about 2 hours now here at SCW News, and there have been no significant updates so far that we can report, and no official confirmation at all from the Sheriff's Office. And we do not know who the suspect or suspects could be in the hotel room right now. Just not a lot of information being released, although we'll work to get that information for you soon here. And there are a number of sheriff's and police units here on scene, right next to an IHOP in a business building. As I had mentioned, it seems like the lead agency is the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office. Although the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office is here on the scene, this is actually a Stockton Police Department jurisdiction area. So unclear what role the Sheriff's Office may have had on this incident, although we are hearing that they're the lead agency so far in this scene. And earlier we did see some medics staged. Unclear, it looks like they may be moving or leaving. Again, not much information at this point that we can release to you, only that an active scene. Police are asking you to avoid the area of Interstate 5 and March Lane. Interstate 5 is moving smoothly. March Lane's also moving smoothly, but to avoid this parking lot here by the IHOP and by the Starbucks, there is a slight traffic backup if you're headed towards Starbucks. In the parking lot there, so they're asking you to avoid that area, of course, as this is an active scene still. And again, not much information being released so far. A number of news agencies out here, as well as, of course, numerous sheriff's office units and Stockton police units. Earlier we had the police helicopter circling this area. It circled it about 2 times in the past, or multiple times, but at least 2 sessions in the past 2 hours. Although right now it's still it's gone elsewhere, evidently. And again, still a very active scene, still a lot of pieces of the puzzle moving here. So again, if you're encouraged to stay out of this area. Sheriff's deputies are saying that for your own safety, of course, and so that they can have some room to investigate and to look into exactly what's going on here. And we'll continue to follow updates here for you live as we do get those updates. And if you're just now joining me, we are following some breaking news here in the Brookside area of Stockton, where we are hearing of a potential standoff. We have no information confirmed at this point, but sources were indicating that may have been a standoff with possible hostages involved. Unclear again if that's correct. Only 2 sources were confirming that information to us. And you can see it looks like a unit now arriving on scene rather rapidly, rather fastly. If you are headed again in this area, police are asking you to just avoid this area for your safety and for the room for these detectives and deputies to investigate. And as I mentioned, this is still a very active scene, still a lot of moving pieces to this puzzle. There's a look at the hotel where this is all unfolding as we speak. It's at the La Quinta Inn right near March Lane and I-5. We'll keep this picture for you up in case we get any significant updates from here from the scene. And again, thank you for joining me. This is Gabriel Porras with SCW News. I'm live right now on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We are continuing to follow the latest updates here from police activity on March Lane near Interstate 5. We have been here for about 2 hours and still have not received any updates as to what's going on. Sources have told us that this could potentially be a standoff with a suspect or suspects, and they may have taken hostages. Again, that information, though, is not confirmed at this point, but still just a very strong police activity. A lot of deputies have been the main, San County Sheriff's deputies have been the main agency in this investigation, although this is a Stockton Police jurisdiction area, so certainly a lot of moving pieces in this scene right now. We'll continue to watch this for you and let you know if we do get any updates. And I can tell you that earlier we were out here around 2 o'clock when work was still going on in this building that you see right next door to the La Quinta Inn. A lot of the employees there left. Some people we didn't hear of any evacuations in that building, but certainly we heard from sources that the hotel here was evacuated. And you can see even more units arriving right now as we speak. And to give you a better perspective of all this, a better timeline, these calls first came in around 1:30 is what we were hearing here at the La Quinta Inn near March and I-5. More units here, as you can see, arriving this time from the Stockton Police Department. Now, we have learned of a possible arrest that was not inside of the hotel, but someone who police were questioning was apparently put in handcuffs. That's what we're learning right now. Still waiting to get more information from the sheriff's office, though. And again, we are live again from March Lane near Interstate 5 near the La Quinta Inn, where there's a lot of police and sheriff activity out here. So far, we have no information as to what may have happened here, although this scene has been active for the past 3 hours. We've been out here for the last 2 hours, where no significant updates were made, although still just a very tight scene that police have here. Earlier, we were speaking with at least 2 sources who said that there may have been a standoff in here, that there may have been hostages involved. And you can see sheriff's deputies are still here on the scene. We're still going to wait to get more information confirmed for you. Although, again, for the past 3 hours, we have no new details, only that there's just only that a lot of police activity here on March Lane near I-5. And sources were telling us earlier that this hotel was evacuated. And police are now leading a man in handcuffs. Police have a man in handcuffs. You can see him being led to a sheriff's deputy's vehicle right now. It looks like an arrest has been made here. Unclear if he was a man inside of the hotel, but certainly someone being detained right now. And again, here at the scene, it looks like a man is being detained. You can see him, looks like sheriff's deputies were searching him here. They had placed him in handcuffs, and they have him right near a vehicle, and right near a sheriff's office vehicle that pulled up to the scene just moments ago. Appears as though he may be being arrested. Unclear if he was a man who they were looking for, if he was a man in the hotel. Still a lot of information unknown at this point. And again, the police have this area blocked off, this parking lot near the IHOP and even close to Starbucks there, although they are asking anybody to avoid this area just for their own safety and to make sure that they have room to investigate. You can see here, there looks like he was put into the squad vehicle here, the squad car. Unclear what he's being detained for. Again, it's still an active scene and still a lot of unanswered questions here. That's a better look there of where the scene is actually centered around right now. It's still at the hotel. You can see a number of deputies are still there. Although they have made an arrest, unclear if that's the person who was in the hotel or what he's being detained for, although we'll hopefully get that information for you here soon.
came with me because it's a friend of his that he grew up with, and he wanted to come by and show him kind of support. It's a Facebook fanatic. I let him my phone so he can do his little recording, and I come over here, and they got him arrested. He's got my phone, he's got my house. Yeah, it's my phone. And your phone? Yeah, my house. I got people at home waiting for me. Alright? So, yeah, so all this that I would need for evidence. It's on the Mark Sala. It's on my house keys too. That's Facebook. That's exactly how I think. That's why I said that's Facebook. I'm smiling now, man. I'm smiling now, man. Okay. Well, he was yelling at me. He just wanted you to have your talk about that. What's going to happen? He told you there.
And again, we are continuing our live coverage here from March Lane near Interstate 5, where we are hearing of a potential standoff now entering what appears to be its third hour. Unclear at this point exactly what it was. We were hearing from sources that it was a standoff and that possibly hostages were involved, but that information has not been confirmed with the sheriff's office for 3 hours now. We've not had any information to report, only what we see here, which is quite a number of sheriff's deputies on scene, as well as Stockton police officers. Moments ago, we saw a man in a red shirt being detained. Unclear if that's the actual suspect who could potentially be in this hotel, or if that was someone else. It appears as though it may be somebody else at this point. We can't tell you there have been SWAT units out here, and that's the vehicle that the suspect, a suspect at least, someone who they detained, went in. Unclear if this is a suspect they're actually looking for. And again, it's unclear if this is a suspect that's inside of the hotel. It appears as though this suspect may be somebody else, someone who may have been out here on the scene, although again, we have not received any word from any officials to tell us either way.